Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode. I am Lucas,
I'm Tereza.
and this is about Jesus Christ. If you didn't know that by the kazoo performance I just did.
About Jesus Christ Superstar, not about Jesus
Sorry,
Christ.
yeah.
We'll not
Right,
be
yeah.
discussing the biblical... we will.
Well, we will.
But this is not biblical lesson.
Yeah.
We're not here to convince you about Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
Christ's work.
We can, however, do an episode on the Book of Mormon, the musical.
Oh god, yeah. I'll have to see that first, but I'm gonna watch it.
Okay.
Just as much as I have to watch Great Gatsby.
You do? Don't you?
I do. Should I explain?
Yes, you should.
So, a funny story actually. We were meant to record episode about The Great Gatsby.
My favorite musical.
I pity you.
What?
It's your opinion, okay. And I respect that. Okay, I cannot judge. I heard like 3 songs out of it, so...
I am not talking to you for the rest of the episode.
Okay, so this is my... Okay, so let's get ready. This is my 5-hour session. I'm just gonna yap about Jesus Christ Superstar. Get ready.
It's gonna be Teresa's TED Talk. The whole... Okay, anyway.
So sorry.
Continue.
Yes.
I don't accept your apology, but continue.
Okay. Yeah, and basically I didn't see The Great Gatsby. I know 2 songs. I read the book. And I seen the movie. And I am aware of the drama.
Movie? Which movie though?
The one with Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's a bad one.
Okay.
That's not a good one.
Is there any other?
It's not
from
a good adaptation.
70s. There's.
It's a lot. There's like 5 movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I seen in a theater play. We went with our school.
Oh, okay.
It was an English production.
Well,
theater.
it's not a musical, is it? This isn't about theater plays. This
They
is a podcast
sang-
about musicals.
They sang. They made it into
Okay, fine.
kind of musical.
All
And
right,
it
fine.
was weird, but it was
Oh.
fun. Anyway.
Anyway.
So we're not doing Great Gatsby. We're gonna
Yeah.
make Great Gatsby some other time.
Yeah.
If I watch it.
Yeah, you will.
I will. Okay, tomorrow I will watch it. I swear
Okay,
to God.
yeah,
And I'll make
okay.
notes.
Okay, good.
And I'm gonna prepare
Okay.
a 5-hour essay. So we can yap
Video
about it.
essay.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, so, and I by the way, I texted Teresa. I was like, hey, do you want to do The Great Gatsby today? Like, is that fine? And she was like, yeah, sure. I was like, okay, well, I guess she's in the musical. I guess she's ready. And, and she came here to record the episode. And she was like, so I haven't seen the musical. I was like, dude. And I haven't listened to the songs. I was like, well, that's...
Oh,
Oh, that's great.
I listened to 4 songs.
4 songs out of what, 23?
Yes. And I seen a
Yeah.
great document about it. So I know everything
Great,
about the
man.
background, but I don't
Yeah,
know the
but you-
songs and the musical. But that's...
Which is kind of a problem. So, we're gonna do the...
We could
Gatsby
have
next time.
made, like, you yap about it, and I'm like, that's cool.
I can't yap about it. I can yap about the book, not the
That's too bad.
production. Well,
that's
I...
bad.
Okay.
Hey, next time
Okay, yeah.
we're gonna fix it.
Anyway, back to Jesus Christ
Back to
Superstar.
Jesus Christ
Wait.
Superstar.
It is about Jesus Christ. Wow.
Wow.
No way.
It's a rock opera. It's not musical. I mean,
Oh.
it is often categorized as musical because it's
Yeah.
the easiest way to categorize it, but it's actually an rock opera.
The same as the Phantom of the Opera.
It's also categorized as
Yeah.
rock opera. Oh,
I
that's
believe
cool.
so.
I wouldn't say that's rock, but okay.
I
That's
don't.
cool.
I don't know.
I don't really know how to...
It has electric guitars. I don't know how to categorize rock music.
Yeah. I think Hadestown is supposed to be like folk opera.
Oh,
And-
that's possible.
And Les Mis too, but I'm not sure if folk opera or pop opera or something. But it's
Okay.
but it should be categorized as more like opera because it's all sung through.
Oh,
And
right,
musicals should be a song, a dialogue, song,
yeah.
dialogue.
Yeah.
So Jesus Christ is rock opera,
Mhm.
and it was created by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice. What?
They are everywhere. These 2
Yes.
guys, unbelievable.
But I think they were a great duo because before Jesus Christ they made this musical Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Coat. I think that's the full title It's So Long. But it's such a great music. It's such a fun. Do you know it?
No.
It's also about biblical story about Joseph, and it's so fun. It's so camp. You're like watching it, and you just have to smile and vibe along.
Okay.
I think it's so great, and it's kind of similar to Jesus Christ in a way.
Oh, okay.
But Jesus Christ is definitely more serious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the story, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of people are familiar with the story of Jesus Christ. Like, not in detail, I wouldn't say.
Apparently not.
But, you know.
I
really?
was kind of shocked that people don't know anything because someone from my area of people.
Oh no, we're not naming names. Oh no, that's gonna be bad.
Like the guy is like around 40 years old, and he asked me, "Is Jesus Christ a god?" And I was like,
I feel like that's a common misconception, though. I feel like that's a valid, like...
But, like, I think that's... I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but then he asked me, like, why did they crucify Jesus? And, like, such basic questions.
Right. Well, I guess we have to do the story.
So,
in case people don't know.
Yeah, so tell the story
okay,
for the people who
I'm not
are...
Christian, so, like, this is not... Like,
me neither.
I'm
no.
basing this... I've never read the Bible, okay? I'm basing this purely on the musical, so if I get something incorrect, totally my fault. Correct me. But anyway, Jesus Christ was... some say he was a man, some say he was the Son of God. According to the musical, he's the Son of God. And he, like... He was put into this world by God impregnating a virgin.
And she was like 16 or something.
Yeah,
obviously.
Not great. Anyway, yeah, so Jesus was born and he was like praised and all that stuff, and then he grew up and he basically his whole life he was trying to save humanity. Like did he know he would die? Like
he didn't know it until the Monday, Thursday.
Oh,
until
right.
he's 33
right,
old.
yeah. But anyway, he was like trying to... So, yeah, he was a carpenter.
No.
Until he was 30. And then I'm actually... You can step in because I don't know how he found out that he's supposed to save humanity. I don't remember.
I think it started when he was baptized by his cousin, John the Baptist.
Oh, right.
And since then, he began this journey of like preaching love and kindness and...
Yeah. And he was trying
jazz.
and he was trying to spread Christianity all over the world, and like after that, but
Christianity became after he died. So
right, that's true.
He was the king of Jews, so called.
Yeah, and then he got like found out by the government, bro. Not the government. I don't know how to say that. Government, but like
the
ancient.
Government.
But like in 4 BC, you know?
The FBI came in and it's like, no.
The FBI.
Yeah, so Jesus is the first person.
The FBI, Jesus is the first person who got cancelled.
Cancel culture,
yeah.
No.
Anyway.
Can I quickly step in?
Can, yeah.
I got the historical context.
Please do.
Because all through history, Jews wait for their Messiah, their savior that will save them.
Yeah.
Yes. And when Jesus came, because the word Messiah on its own, it's not like the guy that comes and says, yeah, be kind to each other, peace and love. No, Jews saw the Messiah more as a warrior, as a fighter, because all through history, Jews were under oppression. And in time of Jesus, they were under the occupation of Rome. And they wanted to get out of that occupation. And they wanted to get rid of the Romans. So they wanted a strong warrior that would lead them to war with the Romans. And therefore get themselves free out of the occupation.
And then Jesus came along and was like, let's all love each other. And they were like, well, but like...
Yeah, they wanted him to be...
Well, we'd like to.
Yeah, they wanted him to be the fighter. Jesus didn't really want to be the fighter.
Yeah. He was like, it's also in one of the songs, he's like, why are you obsessed with fighting? And they're like, tell me what's happening. Like, what are the plans? Like, when are we gonna like invade Rome and stuff? And he's like, well, never, because peace and love.
Yes.
Yeah. I could give you facts and figures.
Tell me what's happening. What's
Even give you plans and
when do we
forecasts.
ride in Jerusalem? When do we
Even
ride
tell
into
you where I'm
Jerusalem? When do we
going.
ride into Jerusalem? When do we ride into Jerusalem?
Why should you want to know? Why are you obsessed with fighting? And like, well,
Yeah,
fuck you, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's like in the song Simon Zelotes, the apostles and his pupils start a riot, and they bring out the guns, and they're like, okay, let's do it, let's start fighting. And Jesus is like, no, I don't want it. And in the song Poor Jerusalem, he sings about that nobody understood why he's there and his mission. But basically the whole story is from the point of view of Judas.
Right, yeah.
So Judas is like the main character, Jesus is the secondary.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's it.
That's it.
And because most Bible interpretations portray Judas as the traitor, as the guy who sold Jesus out for money.
Mm-hmm.
And first, I think that's boring because it's like such easy like to say, yeah, he was bad and he betrayed him because he didn't like him.
Yeah.
That's so like, oh, okay, but
it's kind of cheap, you know?
Yes.
Like, where's the character lore?
Where's the drama?
Where's the drama?
Where's the depth of the characters? And this show, they take inspiration from the Judas Gospel, which is part of the Gospels that are not part of the Bible, and the church does not acknowledge them. They're like, no, this is not true. This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the Gospel of Judas, Judas is portrayed as the one and only apostle that understood Jesus's message.
Yeah, and Judas is basically portrayed in the musical as more of like I want to save all of you, so I will betray Jesus for that. That's how he's portrayed in the musical, which I think is actually really, like, it's more fun.
Yes, and it's more interesting. And it's more tragic.
Definitely. Because his intentions are good, but he just, he fucks up.
It's so sad because he loves Jesus.
Yeah.
And he has to betray him to save their lives.
Yeah,
That's sad. And I'm gonna cry if I'm gonna think about it more.
To finish the story off, pretty much, when he betrays Jesus, the soldiers, I guess, come for him and they arrest him. They have him beaten with lashes, and then they have him like crucified and stuff. Like, a lot of stuff happens in between that, but I'm just summarizing. And then Jesus gets his message across, basically, because some of the apostles write letters and they send it throughout the world. This is not in a musical, this is just the continuing of the story. And then Christianity starts.
Yes.
You saw Jesus Christ live, didn't you? In Pilsen as well.
I did, actually. Thank you for asking.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna count it. I saw Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, you saw it multiple times?
Oh, you bet your ass.
Oh.
Okay, so I saw Jesus Christ Superstar live 9 times.
Whoa!
In all.
Dude, when? How did you even manage that?
In a span of 6 years. I'm normal, I swear to God.
Sure, man. Sure.
So I saw it 9 times live and countless of times on TV.
Oh my god.
Like, I swear, this is my favorite piece of art ever.
Okay.
Not just musical. And I'm not Christian, but it's so fun. It's so interesting.
Okay, sure. Well, what was your experience in Pilsen?
So, in Pilsen...
Well, in all of them, not just in Pilsen. But
yeah. The first time I saw it was in Vienna.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't do it every year, but sometimes they do during Easter. They have like 10 performances of Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh.
And they don't do it for the last 2 years, which I think it's pity. But I saw it in 2019, and the amazing Drew Sarich played Jesus. He is so good. He's so amazing. He is the best singer out there. And yeah, his Jesus was life-changing.
Oh wait, that's the
bald guy.
That's the bald guy. I mean, I wasn't gonna comment on his appearance, but yeah, man, that's your choice. That's a choice of words.
My father always like, that's the bald guy, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that is how I remembered the actor that played Hadestown in the version that we saw live.
Yeah, the bald guy.
The bald guy.
The bald guy. Last year, I think it was somewhere in December. They had premiere of Jesus Christ Superstar in Pilsen, and it was a brand new production directed by Lumir Olszewski, which is a great director and former principal of the theater in Pilsen.
How was it? I'm not asking who directed it. Jesus.
And it's a modern production.
Okay.
It's like, because you got two kinds of productions, because half of the productions do it like in the old times, and the other part they do it like set in modern times.
Right, yeah.
Like it could happen today.
Oh,
and I
okay,
think that's
okay.
more impactful and it fits more with the music and everything.
Oh, okay.
And I think it opens up more possibilities for the creatives. It's a great show. I saw it 3 times in Pilsen so far.
Oh, okay.
And we are discussing to go there another time.
Oh, wow.
I think it's very unique, because I think Jesus Christ production should be a bit controversial, because
Right, yeah.
the material is controversial.
Yeah.
So when you make like bland production, like medium, like it's good but it's not interesting in some way, why do you do it in the first place? I think you should do something bold. And in Pilsen they make it so bold. They make such bold choices. It's full of biblical references. Like so much, like in every minute there's something, and it's in details. And I saw it 3 times. First time I saw some of them. For the second time I recognized another one, and each time I saw something new.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Like for example, they include the character of Virgin Mary. She comes in at few points.
Okay.
And at the end, and they make the Pieta, which it's quite cool.
Okay, nice. I love when like theaters do that, or movies.
Yes.
It's so cool.
Yeah, and I made entire post about it on Tumblr. It has like so many words.
Okay.
And I could yap about just this production for so long. I made notes. I got a little book of notes.
Oh.
I think specifically on Jesus Christ Superstar.
Wow. Okay.
And we would be here for hours if I talk about it. So I'm not gonna talk about it. You saw the movie. What do you think of the movie?
Look, okay, here's the thing. I saw it a long time ago. I saw it when I was like 12. And I didn't really like it. I think I would like it if I saw it now. Because back then I didn't really like the music. I do really like the music now. But it was kind of, like, it was a lot for me at the time. You know, like, I don't think any 12-year-old boy would enjoy this film. Like, it's very, I feel like it's very intense.
It is.
Kind of.
It is.
At times, at least. Like, Judas's suicide, that whole song and the scenes, like, that I remember that vividly to this day. Like, that was very impactful.
Christ, I know you can't hear me, but I only did what you wanted me to. Christ, I sell out the nation, for I have been saddled with the murder of you. I have been spattered with innocent blood. I shall be dragged through the slime and the mud. I have been spattered with innocent blood.
I think I'd really like the movie now, but back then I just felt like it was kind of mid. like I did appreciate the singers because I really liked their voices, and I was like,
great.
whoa, that's so cool that they can sing like this. But that was all that I took from the movie. And I'm not Christian, as I said, and I kind of wasn't interested in that stuff back then. So I was like, well, that's cool, I guess. I don't know. I gotta watch it again. That's gonna be so good.
You gotta, and there's another movie.
Oh.
They made it in 2000, and it's so bizarre. It's so, like, when I first saw it, I was just watching the thing. I was like, what the am I watching? It was so weird. And it is so weird. And it makes such weird choices, but it's fascinating in a way.
Okay.
It's so, like, you just gotta keep watching, and you're like, what is this? But as I watch it many, many, many times, now I love it. And I think it's such fun version of it. And it's so weird, but you gotta watch it.
Okay, I will watch it, yeah. I will watch both the movies.
And you gotta watch the Swedish production.
Oh, yeah, oh, you showed me. Okay, I will mention that.
Let's mention that.
Okay, if some of y'all are familiar with the musical, you might be familiar with the ship between Jesus and Judas.
Oh my god.
So...
Oh, not like this.
I just, the Christians are gonna be so angry in the comments. Anyway, so there's a Swedish production that, like, usually when on stage, when Judas kisses Jesus, it's like on the cheek or on the forehead because they're two men, and that's a problem for some reason. But in Sweden, which is a very progressive country, obviously, the kiss was on the mouth, and it was pretty damn intense.
It was so intense.
It's, if you can find it, it's on YouTube, I think.
I think if you're in the Jesus Christ Superstar community, you know it.
You know it, yeah.
And it's so iconic. And I love that it's more like Jesus kisses Judas than the other way around.
Yeah.
And it's so tragic and it's so beautiful. And
he really does lean in.
Yes.
Like, it is interesting, to say the least. And it's also modernized. Like, Judas is wearing that little, like, that tank top that has holes all over it. Like, you can see this whole body.
It's so funny.
It's amazing. Go check that out.
Jesus is kind of like emo cult leader.
Yeah.
And all the apostles wear black leather. And I think it's such a great production. It's in Sweden. It was Swedish. But I think that's not a problem. I think it's...
Yeah. I mean, if you know that... I do recommend you watch the musical if you, like, don't know it well, because then you might not know what's happening. But,
I think it's on YouTube with English subtitles, and few of the lyric changes are so interesting. I have to mention this one in The Last Supper. When the apostles sing, they sing like, look at all my trials and tribulation, blah, blah. And they sing about how they will write their gospels, and they will be known after they die. And in the Swedish, because the apostles sing it 3 times, at the beginning, in the middle of the song, and at the end of the song before Gethsemane. And the 3rd time they sing it, after Judas runs away, they sing, I'm not gonna recite the exactly, but it's something along the way that I never really liked the Judas. I never understood what Jesus saw in him. And when we will write our Gospels, we will make sure that Judas gets all the blame. When I watched this for the first time, I was like, oh, I had to pause and 15 minutes just stare into wall. I was like, oh, that's brilliant. Oh my God.
That puts a whole new perspective on it, though. That's
and
really
it's
cool.
So amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, I have to mention that.
Okay, wow. Okay.
And when you mentioned the ship between Judas and Jesus, it reminded me of something.
Let's not get to fan art
No. But also there's a lot of it.
Oh, I know.
Many fanfictions. But different thing. When we went with our school, we went to see Jesus Christ Superstar in Hudební divadlo Karlín. And that was the 2nd time I saw it there. And so we were watching it. None of my classmates liked it.
Oh.
And in the intermission, our teacher went over to us and she asked, like, how do you like it? And even then I was 13 at the time, I think. And I was so upset with it. And I didn't think like a normal person. I think she wanted to hear like, yeah, I like it. No, I don't like it. And the thing I said was, Judas and Jesus don't have any chemistry. And I gave her like, I said something like this. And it's like, yeah, he can sing, but they don't act, and blah, blah, blah. And I explained it to her. And my friend, the teacher looked at me like, and my friend next to me was like, you ship such weird ships. Like, why do you ship them? And I was like, no, I don't ship them. And my teacher already went away. So I think she thinks that I ship Judas and Jesus.
Oh no. Oh no.
And I didn't mean it like in a romantic way, but they look like they're just there standing and looking at each other like,
Oh God, no.
And I was like, because the show stands on their relationship, on their chemistry.
Yeah.
And it was just nothing. And I was angry about it, and I wanted to tell somebody.
And then
I was betrayed by my friend.
You were betrayed.
Yeah, so my teacher thinks that I ship them. But anyway.
That's great for you, dude.
So, I think it's so funny.
Oh, you found the notes,
I found my notes.
Okay.
It's like...
Read some of the... Oh, God. Oh, that's long.
And it's just... it's like 5% of the whole thing that I got written.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, this is kind of... this is interesting. because there's this song in Jesus that is not in many productions. I think it's in the movie, the 17 movie, but it's mostly excluded. And the song is "Then We Are Decided It," which is before it's after "What's the Buzz" and before "Everything's Alright."
Okay.
And it's just Annas and Caiaphas singing and deciding what to do with Jesus.
Oh.
And at the end of the song, they decide to set up the council, and then it continues in this Jesus must die. And in Pilsen, they include this song.
Oh, nice.
Which was it took me aback because What's the Bus ends and you expect everything's all right. But the lights went off and Caiaphas and Annas went on stage. And yeah, Caiaphas is in a wheelchair in this production. And yeah, so they come to the stage and Annas starts to undress Caiaphas.
Oh, what?
He brings a bucket and a sponge and starts to wash him.
Oh. Right.
The whole theater had this exact reaction. My mom next to me was like, what the fuck is going on? She had no idea this song existed even.
Interesting.
And I knew that it existed, but I was also shocked. I was like, what is going on? What?
It's like the elevator scene from The Great Gatsby.
Yeah, it's like, what is this? But it's one of the things that was kind of controversial, but I think it's so fun and it adds to the whole weirdness of the story.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and I was just trying not to laugh. I wanted to laugh so badly because it was so fun. The guy next to me, who gave me side-eye throughout the whole thing, he was like, what is going on? And that was fun. I like that in this production, in this version, because often they exclude Judas from the apostles.
Oh.
And in this they didn't. He was part of them, and he sang and danced in Simon Zelotes and in Hosana, which I think is great.
Yeah.
Because he was one of the apostles, and in many versions, if you don't know the biblical context, you wouldn't guess that he is an apostle.
Yeah. So that's true. I really don't like when they do that, because it's like he was one of them. It's not like he was this like lonely,
this
like
outcast.
this outcast, this lone wolf that just like betrayed Jesus because he didn't like him. That's like not.
The Last Supper. I don't even know where to begin there.
Oh no.
It's just so funny. Jesus washes all of the apostles' feet before Last Supper. The curtain rises and you expect the song Last Supper to begin, but Jesus brings bucket and water and starts to wash their feet.
What is up with the bucket and water? Why are they all washing each other? Is that like biblical lore that I don't know about? I am so confused.
But, Jesus washed their feet. I
know about the feet. I don't know about the previous ones. Like, what happened there?
Annas didn't. I don't know. Maybe they did. I don't know. But I think it's fun. Why not? Yeah, so he washes their feet. And when they start to argue, they get really close and they hold each other's faces and scream at each other from like 2 centimeters. And it's fun. Yeah, and they do the kiss on the mouth, which thank you. I think that's great.
And it's very homoerotic. Tereza sent me a GIF. I still have it in my phone.
And interesting because one actor that plays Jesus and one that plays Judas, they are dating in real life, which I think is really cute, and I want to see them so much together play this song.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we see Jesus's whole ass, bare ass in this version.
Excuse me, where? What?
In Trial Before Pilate, they shove him into this electric cage, and they rip his coat off, so he's there back to the audience. And we see the full Jesus.
Oh no.
And then they splash him.
Oh god. Oh god.
I was also trying so hard not to laugh. It was amazing.
I would have broke, dude. That was
I was fighting for my life.
I believe that.
Yeah. I don't know. One last thing that I really found really, really cool, and it sent shiver down my spine when I saw it. In the last song, John 19:41, when Jesus is already dead, and all the apostles come and get him off the cross, and bury him. In this version, they all come and they cover Jesus with sheet, and he disappears under the sheet, which is a really cool magic trick. And then all the apostles, including Mary and the Virgin Mary, they're both there. They look shocked, like, where did he go? And all of them look up to the sky in like kind of awe. And the only ones, and they're all like serious and sad that Jesus died. But Mary, the two Marys, they're looking up and they're smiling. And they on there's light that's shining on the two of them. It's like not that strong, but you can see it. It's and they're smiling, and I think that's so
wow.
Because especially like Mary was the continuer of Jesus's messages and his thing.
Wow. Okay.
And when I saw it, I was like, oh, I had goosebumps. I think that's so cool.
That is such a cool detail.
Yeah. And like there's so many of it, and as I said, I could talk hours about it, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it at that.
Well, thank you for contributing. That's very interesting.
Thank you for listening to me.
I had nothing to contribute to this episode.
So thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to mainly Tereza, to be honest. But
I'm sorry.
No, it's good because I don't know the musical that well. So okay,
at least you know the songs.
I know the songs. That's true. That's true. I really liked it. Musical. Anyway, thank you for listening. Hopefully, we'll do the Great Gatsby.
We will, I
next time.
swear to God.
Okay. Anyway, thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed this. And yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you in The Great Gatsby, hopefully.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.